Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. Good timing on the quick out. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll go to the counter. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the Boise State offense will take over 1st and 10.
First down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. The Broncos will hustle to the line. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kentucky 7, Boise State 0.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I don't know how to explain that. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure.
It's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Vandergriff. Makes the grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and goal.
Set, ready.
Snap it to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Sweet cut there. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing them.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score! And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. Tempo and overdrive. The give to the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Play number 9 on this drive. DB's right up on the receivers. They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll put the tight end in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was a good play of the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Working that left side now. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.